Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Barn Time Podcast. If it's your first time joining us today, what we do is we bring a performing artist and guests, and we talk about the human experience and the crazy world we live in today. My name is Zach.
And my name is Kyer, and today we have the Fresh Veggies Micro Brass. We're insanely honored to have you guys, so why don't we start it off with a tune?
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome out to the barn time. I hope you're not having a hard time. We're gonna get it hard line, and we're gonna get it lined up on our minds. With a fresh Veggies micro There was a goddess, and she was so beautiful. When a man got nervous, and his hand got the best of him, and he couldn't help himself. He couldn't help himself. He couldn't help himself. So he cut into tiny pieces. Yeah, he cut into little tiny pieces. But she didn't stay asleep. She didn't stay asleep. No, we just awoke the bees. Yeah, just awoke the bees. She didn't stay asleep. Didn't wanna stay asleep. No, we just awoke the bees. Yeah, just awoke the bees. down. That's so I've been told. There's a little one growing older, and she's being told that maybe that's something. Look a little disgusting. Think y'all can bring someone down just because of the uplift. So they say, fuck this erupting. Don't touch me, I'll cut ya. That eruption out of me, and I saw you all. Cause you gotta go and follow me, so I finished it. Don't bother me. You can expect no apologies. Take me away, follow me. Once inside your training on, oh my, when you're playing on. They never what they want until I'm sitting rumble now.
I gotta say these guys are on fire. Shit.
Coming back with a fury in 2021.
Damn, guys. Well, I mean, one thing I just have to right off the bat say is you guys are just some of my personal favorite musicians and people around. And I guess the best way I could put it is like you guys are like everyone's favorite musician's favorite musician. You know, like
That's a real honor. Thank you.
you know, and you know, I know all you guys come from different backgrounds of playing so many different styles and different groups and whatever, getting hired, this and that, and this feels like your guys' like baby that you can do, like let yourselves go and just kind of just be free. Do you guys collaborate on the stuff together, or is it like one person mainly writing the stuff?
Well, a lot of this stuff was originally written by Willie. Willie is kind of the head of all this, and like that tune was his. But moving forward, we do collaborate on stuff. We kind of just jam out and then let the process kind of hit us, and then that'll turn into a new song, you know. But this, like, really arranged style, this is all Willie's head.
I love it. I can tell, man. You got a good mind.
Thank you. I'm constantly asking these guys though, like, what do you think we should do right here? Like, how about this spot right there? Like, how should we come in? How should we come out of this? So it is a huge collaboration for sure. Yeah, it's a ton of
That's
teamwork.
awesome. That's what I figured.
Yeah, I just love what you guys do with instruments that have been around for so long, you know, but you're bringing so many different sounds and different energy to it. It's novel. It's a novelty, and it's hard to be novel with music. So yeah, hats off to just the first
Right,
song.
really original sound. And I mean, I guess the first time I met you, Willie, was with I saw you playing with Toto Mundo, and then I was talking to Jesse about it. He's like, "Yeah, that's actually where we met." And then of course you guys, and then I saw you leave them and start playing with Surefire Soul Ensemble, Tim Felton's band. I was like, that's where it's at. Like, this band just got real, and not that they weren't real before, but it was just like that band. Yeah, major shout out to Tim Felton. He's a hero among men and one of the kindest people, and amazing father.
He's a big teddy bear.
Right, Papa Tim. So maybe you guys could all kind of talk about some experience that you've had playing together, or what kind of led you to kind of birth this band.
This band, you know, we've been working on it for a while. Like, an experience that I have with this band is that constantly I'll be coming off of like a long day, and, you know, all the stuff that we've been experiencing with 2020 and even 2021. You're just kind of like, oh man, that was rough. And then, oh yeah, we got a rehearsal, and then we'll get together, and then we'll play, and you get all fired up again. You're just like, yeah, that's why we do this.
Yeah.
So
right?
yeah, as far as the times are right now are concerned, the moment, yeah, you just got to do what you love. and that's the main reason why this band started was to do what we love and to help other people do what they love.
Yeah, that's me and Jesse were chatting about this before, that you guys want to help other people sort of do that. And then another thing, like with the name, is that you guys are all about promoting fresh eating, right?
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
We're an experimental brass band, so we're looking for new solutions to old problems or old solutions to new problems, you know.
Love it.
And yeah, we're trying to collaborate. Basically, we're advocating for access to sustainably grown, locally sourced food for everybody. Everybody should be able to eat what they want to eat. If you don't want to eat fresh veggies, that's great. But I'm one of the people who loves eating fresh veggies, and it can be tough to like get that stuff sometimes because they're always jacking up prices. And
Right.
so we're trying to find ways to collaborate with people to get more fresh veggies in the hands of people who want it.
Starts in the front yard, you know. It's like how
100%.
how can we encourage more people to just get a garden box, whether it's a 6x4 or something like that. It's yeah, go for it.
Even for someone like me, like I grew up kind of in the concrete jungle, you know, up in LA, and I didn't really know about farms so much as there were stories about where people lived. I'd never seen a cow or a pig, or, you know, like I didn't know anything about that. But my introduction to like fresh food was like growing little herbs and little bean sprouts in elementary school, you know, and you're like, oh wow, you can have this stuff like really fresh. You just grow it. It's not that hard, you know. So we're trying to bring that same message, you know. It's not that hard to get fresh food, and want to help people to do that.
The real dream is to help somebody, ourselves and other people who are interested in collaborating to make something like this happen, is to build some micro farms, put micro farms out in the communities, you know, where there is a concrete jungle. Not everybody even has a square, you know, enough square space to do a little garden box. And, you know, it's really tough. So we want to help get some micro farms started. And the more micro farms that there are, you know, we could be potentially solving a macro problem.
Right. Well, what better way to do it than with music? You know, I mean, music throughout history has always brought people together for whatever causes. And I love your guys' message, and that you're like, I think you're going to do a lot of good with that.
Thank you. Yeah, music is what we really know. And we're learning more and more about sustainable farming and practices and community development and things like that. But music is really what we know. That's our strength. So that's what we're trying to play to.
Yeah, you guys kill it, man. So let's talk a little bit about other projects you guys got going on, or different experiences that you have. Sorry, I'm trying to.
Yeah, it's all good.
You can consult my notes.
I just
got
playing
nervous. I'm nervous.
I just started playing in another brass band that is Aaron Gregg, our tuba player, is his brass band, Chunky Hustle Brass Band.
Damn, what a sick name.
And I love playing with those guys.
It's been a hell of a time this last year, and we've had such great feedback when we decided, how about we'll just play a show out in the park every week, and we played every Friday, same time through the whole summer. We're even coming back. We're keeping it going, doing Saturdays in Balboa Park at 3 p.m.
Balboa Park.
Socially distant. It's beautiful.
Where in Balboa, all throughout, or right in that
our spot is like at the corner of 6th and Laurel, so it's right as you're gonna go across the bridge into the park.
Cool.
We've got a spot, and there's a nice big tree, and we park up there, and we just play for anybody that's out there. And
that's what's up, man.
It's great. People love it. It's like a public mental health service.
Right. That's real therapy.
I love how you guys are bringing New Orleans to San Diego. I mean, that's my favorite part about New Orleans, is just walking down the street, eating a po' boy, and then out of nowhere comes like a 15-piece like brass band, snare drum. You got the whole drum kit with like 7 different people. That was life. That was energy. It was amazing. And the fact that you guys are bringing it to San Diego is something really special.
Right, not many.
I'm just gonna give a little shout out. My brother Ron, hailing from New Orleans. He's our drummer in Chunky Hustle. Man knows what's up. Thanks, Ron.
Dang,
Yeah, Ron.
shout out Ron.
Yeah, we'll have to have Chunky Hustle on the show too. It sounds epic. Yeah, there's not a lot of brass bands. Like Euphoria Brass Band is pretty much the only one I know of.
Yeah, they're keeping it strong for sure.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's been a huge part of the inspiration for all of us is the music that came out of New Orleans. So
Right.
we want to make the ancestors proud, the forefathers and mothers. We want to make them proud and keep pushing the envelope.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the times right now and about how you guys are affected and how everyone's been affected, and just I know we want to bring awareness to people about how musicians are affected by this and how people can help, and maybe you guys could shout out your we want to try and raise money, so any of you guys watching live, if you want to donate to these guys, maybe you could let them know how they could do that.
That'd be awesome.
Because you know, musicians already don't make shit. So,
I'm the one that lets them know. Oh,
so
yeah.
how can people support you in your guys' cause?
We have a Cash App that you can donate to. It's just Fresh Veggies Micro Brass, I believe.
Fresh Veggies Micro Brass.
And that's the best way to shoot us money is via Cash App.
Do you guys have any merch or albums out yet, or are you doing some recording soon? Or
We're about to do some recording.
hell yeah.
We're gonna record some music that's very similar to what you might hear tonight. It might be exactly the same.
It's pretty well crafted. It's like that sort of like Frank Zappa shit, like stuff you can't like. You're not really jamming on it. I see everybody's got their charts and
It's
shit.
got
You're
its
like,
pockets. It's got its pockets of jamming for sure. Like we don't want to be totally rigid about the whole thing.
hell yeah.
There's definitely flexibility to just
I love
let
that.
people do what they do. Super excited to have Matt Smith on the drums tonight.
Yeah.
And I love just letting that guy fucking
Ripping.
loose.
guy's-
Excuse me, am I allowed to curse on here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Free game.
Yeah.
Fuck it up, Matt.
Yeah. So
and
maybe you can introduce everyone. I know we kind of. So this is Jesse Adello, of course.
Yeah, Jesse Ardello on the baritone saxophone. We're going to have him on the tenor too. My name is Willie Fleming. That's Aaron Gregg on the sousaphone.
Aaron
We
Gregg.
got Matt Smith on the drums tonight.
What
You
was
got
the-
anything you want to say, Matt?
I want to say that I've known Willie the longest in this band.
This is
and
true.
and I'm the newest member in this band. So, and I remember when Willie was writing this music, and he came to me and he's like, "Yo, is this even possible?" And I'm like, "No, no, I don't think so." But good luck.
I literally said the same thing when Willie came to me. Is this possible? And I'm like, no, actually, I can't do it.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, dude.
Super inspired by both of you guys. So like, I like to throw a lot at you and be like, I know you can do it.
Yeah, you guys got this.
And you're proving him right, proving him wrong. It's happening. It's incredible, man. I mean, maybe you guys could do another tune real quick, unless there's anything
Yeah,
you want
happy
to talk
to.
about.
You can
Yeah.
take your time though, not real quick. You know.
Not real quick, but yeah. So yeah, what was the name of that first tune?
That first tune was called Wild Animus.
Wild Animus.
You can also check out some of these recordings on our YouTube page, Fresh Veggies Micro Brass YouTube. You just check it out. Fresh Veggies Micro Brass. Type in Wild Animus.
Yeah.
Animus.
Yeah.
And you can get another recording of that if you really dig it.
Hell yeah.
I know. I'll be looking for anything you guys put out. This is the shit.
What's
right
the
here.
name of this next tune?
This next tune is called Saboteur.
Saboteur.
You.
It's about wooden shoes.
Sick. Fresh Veggies Micro Brass.
I wrote a bunch of crazy tuba stuff for this band, and I was like, I need to throw the tuba player at least one classic tuba, straight tuba line.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna let Aaron kick this one off. I am your saboteur. You never heard of me. I am your saboteur. Down for the factory.
Saboteur. You can't keep track of me, cause I've been watching you up in your eyes. Sabotage how your ship is sinking. Could have worn wooden shoes, but you weren't thinking. And now they're descending deeper and deeper into the drink. And that shit don't pour, and you're so scared you can't breathe. Just to think you was on the brink with breakthrough. Yeah, but the people's alright. This honesty, you're just a sharp little baby that. Yes, you got me by the porch. Go up, keeping down your guts, throwing up your lungs, you get bitch like 100 times before you can say, what? We are your saboteur. Ain't taking no shit no more. You can try to lock it up, or we're busting down the door.
That was nuts, Jess.
Saboteur.
Saboteur.
Wow.
I could hear some of the words, and I heard about the wooden shoes.
Told you.
That was sick.
I'm just curious, like when you play live shows, is everyone just like the stankiest face ever? Just like, cause it's
Hopefully.
it's so stanky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
shows?
I know.
What are
I
you?
remember those.
My goodness. When was the last venue show that you guys played?
Good question. It was right around St. Patrick's Day for me, so I played at a pub.
Yeah.
Played at Rosie's.
Nice.
I
Rosie's.
Oh, Fresh Veggies last show. What was Fresh Veggies last show?
I think we were about to do a show, and then it got canceled.
we were gonna play at the Black Cat Bar. We were all queued up. It was gonna be beautiful. We had like a ticket price at the door. I think it was $10, and if you brought some compost to contribute, then I think it was gonna be $5.
Yes, that is
Yeah,
so
so we're trying to
dope.
make some moves.
That's
and
cool.
Then,
That is a
and the
move.
rug got pulled out from under us like a week before the show.
Damn. Well, maybe you guys could start start a micro farm around here and then put on shows there because it'll be all outdoors. Or find some farms to collaborate on some shows.
Yeah.
There's actually some farms around here, like right in this block. There's a couple. We'll have
Shout
to
out
reach
to
out.
any farms or anybody that knows of a cool farm that might be open to us playing there, putting on a show there with enough air for people to breathe and room for
That'd
people
be
to dance, maybe if that's still legal. And yeah, we would super love to play at a farm. So
You know-
please let us know.
Just
know that-
because you said that, you owe the city $50.
Well, dancing actually was illegal in Encinitas for a while at the venues. It was so random because
Dancing?
I don't know why, but like
kinda
Mr.
crime.
Peabody's was like our spot right down the street. Play there all the time, and then all of a sudden it was like dancing was outlawed there. Like if you started dancing, it was no. This was years ago. This was like it was because of some weird laws.
last
It's
year.
done now. Yeah,
Like
it's
their license.
licensure.
They were like locking up babies and stuff too. Like they saw a baby dancing on the dance floor, and they were like, "Boom, you're done."
Not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
like the
Oh,
most-
come on, buddy. You've had a little too much. This baby on the floor.
That's why we encourage hardcore dancing. It's a lot harder to arrest somebody who is hardcore dancing.
That's
Trying
true.
to catch the hands, yeah.
Is there a lot of moshing at your guys' shows? Would you say?
We want more moshing at the shows actually.
We need a Soma main stage show.
But
Some
it
of
helps to know the music really well too, and know like which parts lend themselves to moshing, because we have for sure moshing bits in the music, but it can be kind of hard to predict when they're coming.
Okay.
You got a solid like 30 seconds of serious mosh, and then we're on a different section. But
Hell yeah.
that's another dream is to see the mosh pit at the show.
All right, I love it.
Yeah.
What's your dream? What is your dream for this band? You want to like take it on the road? Well, obviously you want to start farm. You want to help open farms and stuff.
A farm tour. We want to do a farm tour.
That'd
We
be
want to help people doing community farming and things like that. That's the main goal of the band is to be able to help with a platform, some sort of platform, to get food to people. So
that's so cool,
we
man.
want to collaborate. We want to keep working towards helping people out.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
You guys should reach out to Leech Tag just down the street. Andrew and I actually worked there doing some algae stuff for pure
Heard about the algae
biomass.
farm.
Yeah. But they do a
is
farm
a sick
stand,
farm,
and Coastal Roots does organic farming and pay what you can
That'd be the
for
spot for
low
the
income
show.
families, and it's really big outdoor space and.
Wow.
Cool.
They have a
Uh,
fermentation festival there every year. It's super cool.
Heard of the fermentation festival.
Yeah, that's where they have it, and it's like, yeah, it's a big farm. I think I don't know if it was the Eki Ranch that they acquired or if it was just they always had that land, but it's pretty dope. It's a sick farm. One year, I know they do a real legit. They had like cover crop for like the 2 years they were supposed to, and then they
What's the name of that farm?
Coastal Roots Farm.
Coastal
But the
Roots.
Leech Tag Foundation is
Leech
this.
Tech Foundation, yeah, and then they have the farm lab across the street. So there's like two
Wow.
farms, right, and then you got botanical gardens right there. So it's like
There's a lot. Well, Encinitas was the flower
Triad.
capital of the world in the day. Like not too long, like in the 70s, maybe 80s, and then now all the greenhouses have pretty much just become like developments because people are like, oh, now all of a sudden the land's worth so much money. It sucks. Like
got to bring back the greens.
yeah, but yeah, we need to try and get more. There's a family up the street that just built actually a new greenhouse and has like a farm and does stuff. So it's going on. It's going down, but.
Is that algae for eating or drinking? Is it like the superfood type algae?
Yeah. Spirulina, Nanochloropsis for omega-3s, Hematococcus for like astaxanthin for like supplements and all sorts of good things.
But you guys sell the equipment to other people too, right?
Yeah. So Pure Biomass, the company Andrew and I work for, we design and manufacture the equipment and sell it to farms who want to grow algae. But main clients right now are like hatchery farmers for oysters, and they do live feed for small oysters, larval oysters.
So it's oyster farming, or is it oyster producing?
The largest client or the current clientele we have are hatcheries, so like oyster hatcheries, and they use our systems to feed the oysters.
That's
Whoa.
great.
Yeah.
Oysters,
Crazy.
they filter water.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know that. Like,
I didn't know that.
We need oysters. They don't just make you horny.
Yeah.
They help the ocean too.
I
You
love
gotta
it.
love both things about that, It's,
It's true. I love oysters all over the place.
Yeah.
Put them all over my body.
Oysterodisiac.
we'll get you hooked up.
Oysterdesiac, yeah, please.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, so what other projects do you guys got going on? I know I've seen you guys in so many different cool bands.
Matt, what are you up to these
Yeah,
days?
Matt.
Yeah, I have a band called Juicebox, and I also host a stream on Twitch every Tuesday from noon to 2, and we talk about all things drone set.
Yeah. How'd you
And,
find that? How can we
Yeah,
find
big
that?
plug. Sorry, plug for that. And
Please.
and
Plug
I
in.
also have a jazz trio in town. We call ourselves the Matt Smith New Jazz Trio, and that's
Yes.
with Mackenzie Layton and Ed Kornhauser, and we've been a band for, since like 2012.
Nice.
My favorite jazz band.
Yeah, we got
yeah.
3 records out,
Slaps.
and
Ed's the man.
yeah, as far as lately, I've just been trying to do as much, like computer producing and drum tracking as I can, and I teach online too, so I guess I
need
kind
drum
of try to
lessons.
keep as busy as I can in
That's
so many
awesome.
different idioms, you know.
Yeah, I saw when Juicebox did that Lonely Town live thing. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
That was super cool.
The Wolfpack adjacent festival.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
want to like talk about that a little bit so people know and they can
Yeah,
maybe find the video?
the Juicebox played the live from Lonely Town music festival. That was a 3-day festival. We played on the second day, which was like the funk day. So that was kind of
Yeah.
cool to do. And like I said earlier, that's a Wolfpack adjacent festival. And I say adjacent because it wasn't featuring Wolfpack, but there's a Facebook group by the name of the Wolfpack, and that's all the Wolfpack fans. And
Yes.
the moderators for that page put it together, and we submitted our music for it. And because Juicebox itself was completely born out of my love for Wolfpack,
Yes.
like no lie, like I heard Wolfpack, I bought a Fender Rhodes, and I wrote the record.
No way, dude. Yeah, they are one of my favorite bands
Yeah.
ever and inspired me just tremendously.
Absolutely. And pro tip, I got to see them for free after they duped Spotify out of 20 grand. So
What?
yeah, they released a completely silent record
I remember that.
and
And so
encouraged
then
all
they
their
did a
fans
free
to stream
show.
it every night. And if you streamed it for 8 hours, you made them like $4.
I
So,
remember that was crazy.
Yeah, and so I got to see them for free at the Satellite in LA, and it was just after that I was like, yep, that's what I want to do.
That's so cool, man. It's
They're cracking the code all over the place.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
No, I love how they sold the 10th track to their newest album.
Yep.
I don't know if it if it went down yet, if the bidding's done or
Oh,
whatever.
it's done. Yeah.
How much did it sell for?
It went for like I wouldn't, you don't quote me, but multiple grand.
Damn, yeah.
Multiple grand.
I wonder. Yeah, it was crazy. They're like, you can put your own song on there. Choose one. Like, whoa, you hear about that?
Yeah, they auctioned their
They
last song off
They
on
put
eBay.
on eBay a bid for the 10th track on their newest album. You know, they have a ton of fans, so like a lot of people are gonna listen to this record. It's gonna get pressed, and they were like, you can, because they just come up with those, like Jack Stratton comes up with those crazy ideas like that. Like, all right, we're gonna tell everyone to stream Spotify silent. Now we're gonna tell everyone to freaking
Which is illegal now.
yeah. Oh yeah.
You
They,
can't
oh
do
yeah.
that.
They made it. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
now there's. Oh no. I have a friend who has a little farm. He moved to Napster. Fucking. He's like, all right, Napster farm. Got 4 little tablets, streaming all his tracks.
Dude,
Dang.
pro tip: Napster actually pays out the most
Yep.
per stream.
Ah.
So if you're looking to, and they're still
Untitled.
alive. apparently.
Right.
I didn't even know that
What a time
Napster was
And
still
it's still a
around,
thing.
but they do pay the most.
the government won't find me if I download Napster
Exactly.
or LimeWire. No. I'm kidding.
LimeWire.
The government
Oh.
wants you to download Napster.
Dude, I used to get all my vids on LimeWire. You can get anything. on there.
Yeah.
Napster, the streaming platform for the people.
That apparently.
Uh
Man.
huh.
Yeah. Right. Because originally it was like, yeah, get any music you want off that shit. That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, Metallica ruined that one. Those bastards.
No, the South Park where they play.
What
on
do they
that.
know?
The drummer, right? Lars?
Yeah, Lars, dude. Well, they play on it on South Park, the Moop. Remember you guys see that episode where they start a band, Token plays bass? It's like fucking too good. Like Lars Ulrich. But anyways, you got any more pro tips? I know Jesse, you one inspiring thing that I've seen from you and a lot of like my musician friends and all my friends are super stoked on these videos you'll put up on Instagram and stuff, like just kind of trying to help musicians and just people in general, you know.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm taking a bunch of music industry classes. I'm getting a second graduate degree in music industry administration from Cal State Northridge right now.
Wow.
All the classes are online, which are kind of a bummer for me because I like to be in person. But
Same.
everything that I learn, like literally on the day that I learn it, I put it out there for someone else. If anybody
Yeah.
that wants to hear it, you know, I'm like, so things about like Napster being the top, you know, giving having the top rate for streaming, or for example, last year vinyl surpassed CD sales. Vinyl sales surpassed CD sales
So
for the
sick.
first time ever.
That's awesome.
You know,
Wow.
so
You're like the Robin Hood of the music industry.
Right? I know.
bro, honestly,
Help
there's
us out.
so many things that I never learned, you know, in school when I was learning how to play these things. I sure as hell didn't learn how to play any of this, you know, and but also just some of that that business acumen that like musicians absolutely need. You know, it's that whole other side, and a lot of times, you know, guys will be like, oh well, I'll find somebody eventually, but really, like, you know, you need to be savvy so you don't get taken advantage of, you know, just so you can do things yourself if you want to, or also like I'm big on like consulting. I love just being like, yo, ask me anything. I will help you out with anything that I need or you need. You know, I just helped a buddy of mine. Well, maybe not anything.
Well, there's
anything that I can provide in good amounts.
Just wanted to clarify.
I'll put that out there.
Socially distant.
So
Socially
you're
distant.
helping a friend. Just helping a friend with something.
Yeah, I was just I just had a phone call. I'll shout him out, my buddy Nando.
Yeah.
If you've seen some of his synthwave stuff, he does some awesome synthwave tracks. Nando.
Shout out Nando.
And he was asking me about publishing rights, the difference between publishing rights and master rights. And for those of you that are non-musicians, essentially songs, when you get them out into the great wide world, they have two sides. There's a publishing side and there's a master's side, you know, and you can divide the percentages of each of those sides, and that determines how much money each person is going to make, you know. So I was just kind of guiding him through that process. He was working with a singer-songwriter, and like that kind of thing, like, oh, how much percentage should I get? What should I ask for? You know, those simple questions are what a lot of people, you know, a lot of musicians are kind of wondering. They're wondering the exact same thing, and it's not their fault that they don't know it. It's just that, you know, we kind of have a culture where we haven't even thought about that stuff, you know, haven't been brought up to think about that stuff. So I'm just trying to put all that information out there, and that's where those videos came from. Just like literally put that info out there, and you guys can make your own informed decisions. I'm all about that.
That's awesome.
Heck yeah.
Like you were saying, you know, not just musicians, but any artists are very easily taken advantage of.
Exactly.
And I mean, there's so many
We're
throughout.
sensitive.
Yeah, exactly. And musicians, they sometimes don't care. Like, they're like, as long as I get to play and I'm eating and I have a roof, whatever, you know. And then someone's like, oh, this guy's good. I can
Like, sick.
make
You do it
money.
for free, and we'll take all the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
age old, man.
Yeah.
So one other thing, another project that I really wanted you to share a little bit about is where you're doing the lo-fi beat collaboration.
Yeah. So that project is called Narthex. It's originally the title was Narthex Urban Chamber Jazz Collective. So essentially it's like lo-fi beats with like classical arranging on top of it.
So
you know, and I got the idea from just listening to a lot of chamber jazz ensembles where it's like they would play jazz, but then it would be highly like orchestrated. They would have like orchestral instruments. And then also just part of my experience is that like I came up here in San Diego, I went to school, I played in the San Diego Symphony. I didn't see anybody that looked like me, like the color of my skin, literally, you know? And I thought like, what's up with that? And then I talked to a lot of people and they're having the same kind of struggles, you know, and there's a lot of inequity in the classical world. So I said, you know what? There's all these musicians, especially now, like it really shot back up during COVID, but there's a lot of musicians that aren't getting to play, and they're just playing music from composers who would have like literally like been racist as fuck towards them. You know what I mean? I mean, God's honest truth, right?
Yeah.
Like they're playing all this music that doesn't directly identify to their culture at all. Like, so I said, why not provide some kind of alternative to that? Like literally provide some kind of classical music that can give those players a challenge. And I'm talking about like not instruments so much as like saxophone or trombone. I'm talking about like bassoon and oboe and English horn, all these the very specialized instruments that have such a beautiful sound. And normally you wouldn't get to hear it other than in orchestral settings.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why would you leave them there? Like, why don't we use that color? And it's, you know, a lot of guys have been working on working with pedals, horns working with pedals. And I'm like, there's still some avenues that haven't been explored, like the sound of a bassoon and a tenor sax. Like nobody really hears that,
Right.
but it's such a beautiful combination when you put it in a context that people can digest. So that's the idea behind that project.
It's so cool, man. Those videos are so epic. Narthex.
Narthex.
Everyone needs to look that up.
Yeah,
Super epic. I
a
love it.
narthex is for those of you that grew up in churches, narthex is like the foyer area, the between like the outside world and like the sanctuary of your church. And traditionally, like that area, I know. Traditionally, that area is like where you do like baptisms, where you have wakes. It's like where common people get together to have this experience that's not the absolute high experience. It's like it's the common ground between this high experience and the common experience.
Wow, that's like a perfect name for like the project, and that's insane.
Yeah, so I like the word narthex. It's just kind of cool to say.
Right? And when you have like just one word, it's always nice too.
Yeah, so I'm stoked on that, and I've gotten to collaborate. I mean, literally, I just reached out to people in London, Buenos Aires, Guadalajara, Atlanta, people in LA. I mean, just all over. And they were so dope. I just met a lot of great, awesome players just by looking on Instagram, being like, oh man, you make all these videos of yourself like playing stuff. Would you mind like playing this 2-minute thing? And like, if you know anything about lo-fi, like all of lo-fi is like not any longer than like 2 minutes.
Right.
So it's like, it doesn't inconvenience the players all that much to play this stuff. And it's super easy for them to just, shoot themselves on a phone playing it. And I just put it all together and made these
And you're
videos.
sending them all the sheet music?
I send them all the sheet music and like a practice track, and they just record it and I put it all together.
It's so cool, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
Especially,
legendary.
a great way to be creative, especially during these times, and collaborate on a global scale.
Exactly. And honestly, right now I don't have any plans to make it like tangible. Like I really do want to kind of just make this the world's first Instagram band.
It's so sick.
It's a band that only exists on social media.
And anyone can join it.
And anybody can join and, be involved in it. I've got a lot of people reaching out to say, hey, I want to be involved in it. And it's starting to pick up again now that I'm on a little break from school.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Jesse goes by many names in the band. We call him the Professional, the Professor. We call him the Oracle.
The Oracle.
And he's also the Revolutionary.
The all-seeing
Those
eye.
are all perfect names to describe Jesse, man.
I'm just doing the thing for the people, dude. That's it. That's
Dude,
it.
I love it, man. You go out and you learn so you can tell your friends, man.
Mhm.
It's awesome. I mean, one of my favorite moments and like memories is running into you at every dope show at the Belly Up front, very front.
Yeah, that's right.
You're up front with your phone ready to record Grey Boy All Stars or whatever, and we're just jaws dropped. And I can always count on you to be there in the front, But that's awesome, man. And then obviously we're mentioning Surefire a little bit a second ago. Have you guys been playing much this year at all, or doing anything, or
We
recording?
are. We had just sent out tracks to be mastered. We have just finished recording our latest album, and so it's
We did the whole album in quarantine.
and we did the whole album in quarantine.
Is it
Yeah,
fourth or fifth album?
it's our fourth album.
album, yeah.
It's our fourth album.
Everybody separate from their houses, recording to drop this album.
No way, that's
Yeah.
sick. All
Yeah.
mixed at the kitchen.
All mixed at the kitchen too.
Kitchen too, yeah.
Yeah.
Aye. Nice, man. Well, I'm looking forward to that. I really the record label that puts that stuff out, Coal Mine, is really like doing good stuff. Like we were talking about In Motion earlier,
Yeah.
and that was how I found out about them, because I think Tim McNally was like, and Joe were like, check out this 45 we just did, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm buying that. And
Yeah.
then that was when they were still pretty small, so there was like an album that Terry Cole did, the Bread and Butter,
Mhm.
and then so I like got all the like 1 out of 10 freaking hand numbered sleeves, and then now they're like, it's like Kelly Finnegan's getting like topping the Billboard charts at #1, and they're just
Yeah.
it's really cool.
Yeah, he's on like He's on the Recording Academy, for the Grammys and all that. He's like one of the not panelists, but he's in the academy that helps choose the winners for the Grammys.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Monophonics.
Monophonics, yeah. Kelly Finnegan.
So that's cool looking. What do you know what the name of the album's gonna be? The new Surefire?
No, actually.
It's a secret. We know, but we can't disclose it.
Okay. I see. We'll talk about that later.
No, I totally I just forgot. Willie knows. I just spaced.
It's all good. I'm a big fan, so I'm just nerding out.
He's being modest.
But sweet. Well, maybe we could hear another Fresh Veggies micro brass tune, because that's what we're really here for.
Yeah, sure.
Willie's Mind.
Well, this one's actually a cover.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
What? I guess should we hear it? Or do you want to say it?
Yeah. It's a Regina Spektor song.
Hell yeah.
It's off of her first album, Songs. It's just her singing and playing the piano. And I love that album so much, and so I decided to transcribe it for Fresh Veggies.
That's what's up.
Put our own little spin on it.
Damn, I'm so excited.
So it goes out to all the prisoners.
Hell yeah.
Prisoners serving life sentences. Wait for the earth to suddenly shake, for the walls to suddenly come crumbling, tumbling in, for the bars to somehow magically break. Oh, there's nothing wrong with them that $1,000 can't fix, that 1,000 arms can't hold down. On the ground, I'm tattooing the stones with cusses like cavemen. Your mama was here. Wanna run through the air with no barriers or obstacles. Gunmen, guard dogs, or priests dare to rise from the mud and start over and over. We the people are dead. Christian Henderson could have died his easiest way with me. Then none of this shit would have ever gone down. On the ground, I'm tattooing myself with mermaids and swallows, and though I do swallow, my mama thinks I'm strong, but I'm just little so deep. I
crazy.
Wow.
That you guys kind of remind me. You remember that band from San Diego back in the day called Mersic? It's like a pirate band.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
pirate band.
It's like a pirate rock band. Mersic. They were
haven't
sick as
heard that
fuck.
name
We
in a-
like.
Was Eric Beckman in that band? You know more about pirate bands than I do.
No, they were sick. It was like I think I was in like middle school and we were playing at the Del Mar Fair Battle of the Bands and they
Yup.
were part of it too. And I was you guys are like the brass band version. Oh,
Whoa.
they were sick. I wonder if they're still around, but like it
They're
was like
a trippy pirate band.
oh yeah, it was like Pixie Fairy. They were like dressed all
shoot.
trippy.
Yeah.
They-
They've been
they-
out in the sea for
accordion. Yeah, man.
a while.
Swashbuckling out there.
Too much fun guy in the sea. There was a accordion player and like it was a sick band, but I just was like feeling that I'm like, cause not a lot of bands do like trippy shit, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Music is a trip, man.
just right.
There's so many elements to your guys' songs. What does the writing process look like? Is it a bunch of different songs that come together, or is it just like you start with one element and go to the next? It's super interesting.
Yeah, I think it starts. Shoot, like each tune kind of started with different things. Like if I felt a tuba groove, then I would start it with the tuba groove. If I felt a certain drum beat, maybe if there's a drum beat that's kicking, I'm like, okay, now there's a melody that's kind of like the songs kind of unfold themselves, to be honest. And like I just kind of would like write and try to make all the parts. I'm writing it into like a composition software. So I think once I start with one line, I actually start also writing all the other lines with it so that they're all working together. Like all these lines, if you were to remove one person, like at least two people are lining up on something. So sometimes like me and Jesse are lining up and Matt and Aaron are lining up. Sometimes me and Matt are lining up and Jesse and Aaron are lining up. And sometimes everybody's doing something crazy, but one person is holding it all together. So it all kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, it kind of unfolds in its own way. And I try to let the music lend itself to whatever it wants to do.
Just let it go wild.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
love it.
It's an
I
animal.
love it, man.
It's a wild beast, man.
It is. Sometimes I'd be writing and be like, oh, I don't know. Just keep writing. And yeah.
So
It works
good.
out.
So
good.
what made you guys like want to pick up music? Was it a family kind of pushing you that way, or just how was that?
I grew up with music in the family, as well as Matt grew up with music in the family. We grew up playing with each other
Hell yeah.
Musically.
musically. Yeah. Sometimes on like skateboards.
Thank
and
you for the
stuff.
clarification.
Sometimes at the playground and yeah,
And
both
the skin
our
flute,
dads played together for 20 years, 25
Really?
years.
Where
Yeah.
did you guys grow up? What
San
neighborhood?
Diego.
San Diego.
Just
Baby.
down SD. Hell yeah.
At the zoo, actually.
So was your dad a trombone player or
No, my dad is a guitar player.
guitar player?
He resisted the trombone for a long time. Actually, it's pretty funny. It feels like a little rebellious thing. Like some parents are like, "Son, you got to play football," and my dad's like, "Man, why aren't you playing guitar?"
That's hilarious.
I want to play trombone, Dad.
How you gonna get girls with trombone, bro?
Yeah, you get way more chicks. All the chicks are after the bone players.
They're after the guitar player. I'm trying to help pave the way for the other trombone
You're like-
band nerds out
You're
there.
like the sexy, spiritual, mysterious bone player.
Oh well,
All the
your words, not mine.
no, I love it, man. Your guys' energy is also cool and so different. And this band, like the mix is just so unique, and it's pretty insane, man.
Did we all play in marching band at least one time in our life?
See.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I was a drum major in high school. I was a drum major in a marching
Makes
band,
sense.
like the
Yes.
leader of a drum.
Of course, the professor.
Shout out.
professional.
Shout out drum majors, dude.
Drum major.
Shout out mace or baton, dude.
I was
Rifle.
mace when I got to use it, but usually I didn't get to use it that often.
Aw.
Yeah.
If you don't use it, you
Don't
lose
hit
it.
your head with the mace, dude. That thing hurts.
Yeah, it hurts.
Don't drop that thing.
Marching band was where I learned how to play loud. I was
I'm-
like,
You're all competing.
my mom's up there and I want her to hear me.
That's epic.
Did you do state marching band?
I did. Yeah, I
Whoa.
did marching band at San Diego State
That's
for a little
sick.
while.
They make you do that though,
Um,
as a music major, right?
No.
You, No?
No, I didn't do it.
Oh, all right.
I don't really know.
All
I
right.
just did it.
Dang, I was lied to.
You have to
Maybe
join.
as a-
I
You have to
really
join.
wanted you.
Maybe as a drum major.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You have to do like vibes too, right? For
Oh,
drums?
I didn't major in drum set. I
Oh,
I
okay.
majored in the trombone.
Oh no.
I
Dude,
want
two
more
bo-
marching band kids to
Yeah,
make their own
secret's out,
bands
dude.
within the marching band with like weird instruments.
Yeah,
like
well, it's
we're
like-
talking about.
Those are always the best musicians because they're the ones studying. Then you have like the rock band kids who are just like getting fucked up and like you know, like it's cool. But when you actually know what you're doing, you can create some cool music. You know, so that's good because yeah, a lot of those people who grow up in the band are just kind of trained. I feel like you were talking about, they're like, all right, you have to do this, have to do that. They don't like break off and kind of maybe because of their personality too. Or
When I was working with some band kids as like, after as a job being a band leader, I was like, I want you guys to go and like make your own bands and not have me tell you what to do. Like, I think that's a huge part of, like, it's supposed to be a creative process. You need to have some direction in order to figure out what to do, but then to just get together with a few of your friends and be like, all right, let's do something. You start to figure it out for yourself and really find the love for it. Yeah. I
Right.
hope at least one high school band is inspired by Fresh Veggies and takes the baton.
dude, I think they will be. I hope so too, man. It's,
What about how many of us were ever in a ska band before because of band?
I was in a ska band.
I was in a ska
which
band.
one? Which ones?
I was in a band called Bucket of Fish.
Oh, okay, I haven't heard.
Matt
of
was
that.
in the Skank Agents.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say the Skank Agents.
Yeah.
That was the one that I knew.
Hell yeah.
You guys were the shit.
I play
Nice.
ska music now with Chunky Hustle. They're like
Dude.
some of my favorite songs. I'm
Heck
like,
yeah,
yeah.
heck yeah.
Chunky Hustle.
Yeah, Willie and I play back to back, dude. Back to back ska shows together
we
all the
played so many
time.
shows together.
Like,
Dude, ska used to like actually people used
run
to
San
play it
Diego.
and listen to it. Now I haven't seen any ska bands in a minute.
yeah,
Chunky Hustle is bringing it though.
gotta bring it back.
There's one local around here called Nothing Special. I think it's Zach's buddies.
I know nothing special.
Special.
Yeah.
The
They're a specials
Amalgamated
cover band.
You guys heard of the Amalgamated?
No,
They're
no.
another
Sick.
ska band.
You need to check 'em out.
They had like a regular thing down in OB at the Harp.
Oh, I love that
for a
spot.
while. Yeah.
Cindy Au on trombone, Charles Parkman on trombone. Shouts out to the bone players out there.
Boners.
Right.
Yeah.
Not many bone players.
It would be cool. Also, like we're talking about high school bands, starting bands. Like it was a big thing for the high school bands to start ska bands.
Sure.
It'd be
Oh,
really
sure.
rad if all the high school bands started brass bands and like started
Right.
doing like New Orleans like marching type stuff.
Mission
man.
Mission
you
Bay
guys are
High.
leading the way for
They do
experiment.
brass band.
I mean, yeah, JP, like that's Ravenoli's old stomping ground kind of thing.
Yeah.
Aren't they? I mean, don't they have a New Orleans brass like a Dixie
Well, that
band?
makes sense though because
Yeah,
he's
they
in.
kinda do.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Mr. Euphoria.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like a hot jazz
Right.
band. Yeah.
Yeah, like trad jazz.
Yeah.
But
with
you
the
guys gotta
hats
pave
and
the
the
way for
stripes.
the experimental
100%,
brass
yeah.
bands. So.
100%. Yeah, I think the kids they don't always know like what else their instrument can do. They're like, we can play marches all day long, but like you can do so many other things with those instruments.
Well,
It's like-
especially with like now a lot of horn players using pedals, like we were talking about. You got like Chris Bullock. I know he. Like, I don't know if he was one of the first guys from Snarky Puppy or whatever, but I feel like after him, a lot more people have been doing that, which is super freaking cool.
how'd you get going on? Yeah, what you got, Jesse?
I mean, our homie and San Diego friend, Adrian Terrazas Gonzalez, who played with the Mars Volta. I mean,
Ooh.
he did all his stuff and won a Grammy playing pedals, playing
Damn.
saxophone through pedals,
That's really
so he was one of the kind of the trailblazers in the early 2000s. And then
Really?
you had some of the first guys were like Miles Davis in the 80s and Randy Brecker,
right.
just pushing the limits of what you can do. And now it's really actually pretty commonplace for horns to have some kind of like pedal setup. It's not a hard thing to do,
Right. They make little multi ones that are easy and
Yeah, and like pretty inexpensive. It's it's if you want to do it, it's a rabbit hole.
It's all about if you're a horn player out there watching right now or listening right now and you want to experiment with some pedals, go to reverb.com and go down the used section.
yeah.
Click priced low to high and
Low.
use your allowance money or whatever paper route money you have. Buy some $10, $15 pedals, $20, $25 if you're feeling, you really want that one. And yeah, build yourself a pedal board and go nuts.
And shout out to the guys at Horn FX. Horn FX.
Horn FX, dude.
Yeah, they got some great great resources for horn players, like specific reviews on pedals specifically for horns.
Wow, that's sick.
Cool.
Horn effects.
Yeah, Horn FX.
Damn. Well, Aaron, I'm really curious. What made you want to pick up the and what is the difference between the name like sousaphone and tuba too?
Well, so I would say that a sousaphone is a kind of tuba.
Okay.
If you go down to like the concert band and someone has a tuba sitting on their lap, it's actually called a miraphone.
Miraphone. Okay.
But tuba works just fine.
Don't even exist.
It's a mythical name. Okay, so sousaphone. No, I remember.
And so this variation, the marching one, sousaphone,
Okay.
like John Philip Sousa,
Right.
And I got started on it when I was in 5th grade because my older sister played tuba in the middle school band, and we had one in the house.
No way. That's so
And that
cool.
was as good a reason as any to get into it.
Right.
So, and then I'm in middle school, and then like the tuba is bigger than me, and I thought that was just badass. So
It
I
is
kept it
badass.
going. Played all through the high school, all through the college bands. Left school. I was thinking, like so many people, I lost my instrument because it was the schools all that time.
Oh shit.
And it was like, I've been playing this for over 10 years, and like I can't let it go. And so just a couple months went by, and I was like, yeah, got to do it. Go on Craigslist, find a sousaphone. I was like, who am I going to play with? And I buy it from this guy, and he's like, well, I'm in this big brass band. We're looking for more tuba players. And it was just, and one thing and the other. And it's like, it's the best decision.
Always
That's
use another
awesome,
tuba
man.
player.
And it's like you always got work because someone
Exactly.
there's not many to call.
How many max tuba players have we had on the Fresh Veggie stage at one given time?
There was me and you and Ed at one time.
Ed was on tuba.
Ed.
Has Laura done it yet?
Laura has not sat in on tuba.
We have this song called Tuba Zerker, where we invite any and every tuba player to come and join us. It's real simple, and it's heavy as shit. It's so good.
Lopez, that's so
Wow.
5. 1, 2, 3. That's 4.
Not enough.
Yeah, we need
Still
more.
Not enough.
More, yeah.
Hey, talking to a mic so we can
Oh,
hear you too. Sorry.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Calling all tuba players. The Fresh Veggies Micro Brass. Hit us up in the DMs. Slide in.
Slide. Also, if you want to support these guys, we talked about it earlier. Look up Cash App, Fresh Veggies Micro Brass. Trying to keep this band going and these guys eating. Obviously, not a lot of work right now, so anything you can do to help them out. And when they come out with their album, make sure you buy that. Any T-shirts or anything.
We make our own merch in house. It's another part of our goal. What's a better word for goal? Mission. Thank you. To be sustainable and live sustainable lives. So all the merch that we make is thrifted clothing, and then we screen print our own logo and designs and stuff on there, and
Hell yeah.
keep turning it around instead of buying a bunch of cheap stuff from other places or whatever. It's all real comfy because it's been worn in real nice.
I love that. That's so smart, man. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I need one. I need to get one.
We got everything. We got sweaters. We got socks. We got
Damn.
women's clothing. We have beanies. Yeah, all different sizes. There's something for everybody as far as the Fresh Veggies merch goes. There's a lot of triple XLs because those are usually what gets left at the thrift stores, and it's good enough quality. Then yeah, it's a vibe for sure. The triple XLs.
So how does that work? Do you take off the other logos, or do you just slap
Sometimes
them
we just go right over it.
right over it?
Yeah.
Nice. Hell
It's
yeah.
true.
No,
That's such a
Andrew.
good idea.
Andrew actually did the same thing with his studio. He has the Ursa Polaris records. He used to have the Ursa Polaris studios, and
Uh-huh.
he just had a bunch of old shirts and screen printed them too. I
Yeah.
think we all got those.
Uh-huh.
It's the way to do it, man. Like you can do everything yourself.
There's so much stuff out there. It's like, why do we got to keep more and more and more everything? Like, I feel bad drinking out of a plastic bottle right now. I didn't bring my hydro flask, but yeah, there's always a way to. But I also appreciate the water because I was super thirsty. So thank you.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do at times. Right.
Yeah, there's always a way to be able to do a little bit better. Just try a little bit harder, and yeah, you can pay for some stuff, or you could try to make it happen yourself.
Yeah, well, buying used is a good message too, because for me and my girl, we always try and find stuff that's like you see it new and then you just look it up on OfferUp and it's like always half the price and then you're not putting
100%.
another one into the world. you
Shout
know?
out OfferUp, dude.
Yes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love
Shout
that
out
app.
OfferUp.
I
Yeah.
love that
You
app.
sponsor us, OfferUp?
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
brought to you by OfferUp, hopefully.
Yeah.
I got a Hammond M3 in there for free on OfferUp.
What?
Yeah. Tim, not Tim Felton, another Tim. He's
Pacheco?
a wizard.
No.
I forgot his last name, but he fixes a bunch of organs, and he was here for like 4 hours, charged me like $150. We went surfing afterwards, and then the Hammond was singing.
Oh, so you bought a broken Hammond and then got it fixed?
Yeah, it was free on OfferUp, but then he just did a
Broken.
little, and then all of a sudden,
Yep.
Damn.
you know,
Wow.
We haven't used it for an episode yet. We need once we get back in the barn after this all
Oh,
settles, we
dude.
need someone like a keyboard player to actually use that.
Can I suggest maybe Tonga? Maybe Tonga's got like Tonga Rossmouth
Yeah, of course.
and the Rossmouth family.
Oh, yeah.
Best family.
Yeah.
His two sons are insane.
Yeah, Tonga's a great organ player. He might have
Bring him in.
something.
Dad.
And
Yeah.
he's a good everything player.
good everything.
Right?
Yeah.
Good everything.
Well,
He's a-
Sinisi, his
Shout out
dad too,
Tonga.
is a
Shout out
nice guy,
Tonga.
such a
Yeah.
legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's he used to do a lot of shows at the NCS library here. He
Yeah.
did this one like demonstration one where they like talked about jazz and then played and it was like incredible. Who did they have? They had like
Like Kamau and True Sellers.
Somehow, maybe.
and what does Kamau play?
Piano.
Yeah, I
or,
think
or a tenor or saxophone or
Sax.
soprano.
or anything. Well, yeah, he had who's the dude who played on George Porter? Never mind. I'm sorry. I thought it.
I'm there with you.
I almost had it. My
I think
brain
there's
part.
a K in his name.
Is it Curtis?
Yeah.
Curtis?
Curtis Taylor?
Yes,
Curtis
exactly.
Taylor.
Curtis
Wow.
Taylor was on trumpet there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank
well
you.
done.
You guys are reading my
we got
fucking
that.
mind. Matt, you're the shit. Yeah. No, that. Yeah. We should get Tonga in here.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
If you're listening, Tonga.
Tonga.
Cool. Well,
Get it.
I know you guys got one more song for us, right?
You got one more?
Is there anything
do.
else you want to talk about or put out for Fresh Veggies Microbrass?
Hit us up. Thanks for watching. Feel free to reach out to us on the Instagram or the Facebook if you want to just ask us how we're doing, see what we're up to. We're always up to something. We're taking these unprecedented times. I could really go for some precedented times right now. and we're always trying to make moves and do stuff. So if you want to get involved, if you want to just see what's happening, yeah, we just got a music space, and yeah, so we're finally able to get together all the time and try to make some stuff happen.
What's
I want to come play more stuff in your barn.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us here.
We should film a video. You guys should film a video in here.
Yeah,
Down.
we'd love to. Yeah, hell yeah.
Anyone else? Yeah.
Also, just make sure to support live music. This is the kind of the closest that we can get to live music, other than like some park concerts that like Chunky Hustle is doing. But tell if you guys that are watching are the diehards. But get your friends on there and just let people know about what we're doing here and what other musicians are doing. This Barn Time podcast, there's bunches of people trying to start up live streams in San Diego and Los Angeles and all over, just to give musicians another opportunity to get their art to you guys. So yeah, support live music.
Love it. And yeah, we also want to help anyone who wants to start their own thing. So reach out to us too, if you guys want to start a podcast or any sort of live streaming, where we have a beer podcast that does their podcast here. And trying to just also.
I was just thinking that's very brewery of you. Like the brewery scene is like super help each other out with all sorts of different stuff. Getting yeast to other people instead of having to pay thousands of dollars. Like use some of our yeast. So yeah, like the San Diego arts community is very helpful and collaborative. Yeah, hit these guys up, man.
Yeah, and thank you guys again for coming on, taking the time to come here. This has been pretty freaking epic. Like, let's be real. We started this show so we could have a private concert every week. We're like, all right, we'll hit up our favorite bands.
Smart.
I miss
our
live
favorite
music
people.
that much.
Yeah, and then other people can watch it, but this is for us. I'm just kidding.
And
selfish.
just a quick shout out to our technical staff. We got Ryan Burrell doing the video switching,
Ryan.
making things happen over there. We got Andrew Ware dialing in the sound.
Yeah,
Andrew,
Andy.
thank you.
He went over to Preston's place to pick up the Vessel kit as well.
Yeah, shout
Shout out
out.
Vessel.
Sounding so good.
Shout out
And we
Vessel.
got Noah
Noah Schuler.
Schuler over here.
Thanks,
Man
Noah.
in the camera.
Yeah.
All right,
Super
guys.
thankful.
Take it away.
This last tune is called Moon Vomit.
Perfect name. Perfect.
Now tell me why face on the moon always crying. Looking down at me can see inside we're dying. The sky around me infinite surrounding. Looking up in the sea even though I can swim. It's like I'm drowning in what my guts feel with God knows what. Let's bump the cattle with the cavalry of who gives a fuck. And we can make a quick buck with a little bit of luck. And the world will die and the moon will keep crying. Set up a dress, it's just a promise on the wall. When the Lord tells the story, it can't help crying.
What was or is your motivation for practicing?
Anger and actually fury. Permanent culture, activity culture, to support human existence.
Wow, fresh Veggies micro brass. You guys heard it. That was insane. Well, make sure you guys eat your veggies out there and stay
sure they're
fresh.
fresh.
And until next time, this was Barn Time episode 9. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, barn
you.
time.
Fuck. Really?